Hi everyone. Today we are continuing our monsters. So last class, we drew the shape of the monster, we drew oil pastel lines inside of our monster, and then we painted with liquid watercolors on top of that. Today we're going to cut this out and glue it onto a black piece of paper. We're going to add the face, and we're going to add a hat or crown or some other details that you might want to add to your monster. So the first step is to cut your monster out. I know that if you have lots of little fingers and curvy arms, it can be very tricky to cut this out. So just know that you can do a bubble cut around. So you don't have to cut right on the line. If you want to just kind of do a bubble around your monster, that will work just fine. So I'll show you a bubble cut. Okay, and now if some of the spots seem like you could maybe try to go a little closer to the line, you can try that, or you can just leave it as a bubble cut. So you could go in, I like to cut in one direction there for like zigzag lines. I don't turn it, I go like that and then turn my paper this way and then cut the triangle out. So you could try that, but you don't have to. So if you want to leave it just bubble, that's also good. These scraps need to be thrown away into the recycle bin behind my desk. And then you're going to glue this down to your black piece of paper. So you're going to have a second sheet of paper today that is black, and you're going to glue this down onto it. Okay, and you're going to use a messy mat and glue stick to do that. So you're going to have your messy mat here, put your monster face down, and then take your glue stick, do a bunch in the middle, and then the final one, you're going to go make sure you go near the edge and make sure you get a little outline for the whole thing so that those little edges don't curl up and peel off your black paper. All right, twist your glue back in and hear it click. Oh, that one was a quiet click, like that, to make sure that it is closed. All right, now you can place your body of your monster so that it fits within the black paper. Give it a little pat and then turn it over, and you're going to give it a good scratch on the back. Scratch. So I'm scratching with my fingernails on the back side. Oh, feels so good. All around the whole piece of paper, so make sure that everything is glued down well. All right, so now we've got our monster cut out and glued to the black paper. Now we're going to be adding a mouth and eye or eyes. You can choose one eye or you can choose 5 eyes. It's up to you. Let's start with the eyes. So the eyes, we have 2 different size white circles and 2 different size black circles. The white goes first and the black goes in for the pupil, and you can choose which ones you want for your monster. Maybe I want to have 1 small, 1 big. Maybe I just want 1 big. Maybe I want to have 3 small. I think that's what I want to do today. 3 small ones. And then I can choose a big pupil like that, or I can choose a little pupil like that. I think for this one, I'm going to go with a big pupil. You can do any combination that you want. I'm going to do them all the same for this. And then I will glue that down. So again, I put my messy mat down. I take my circles, put them on the messy mat, and then I'm going to use my glue stick. So put some glue on there, stick it where you want it to go. And then after I have all 3 eyes that I chose glued down, I'm going to turn it over and give it a good back rub. All right, and now we're going to add a mouth. You can have a mouth like this with a half circle, semicircle, straight on one side and curved. You could do a circle mouth, you could do an oval mouth, any kind of teeth, triangles, rectangles work. Even little like half circle teeth could work as well. So you'll have a bin of black scraps and white scraps to put together your mouth. I think for this one, I'm going to do an oval and try to make it kind of big so I can fit some nice monster teeth inside. How about like that? Or like this? I think like this, it looks like it's screaming. Oh! All right, now let's add some teeth. I think this one, I'm going to go for some triangle teeth. So I'm just going to take one scrap first to see how it goes. To cut triangles, I like to do just diagonal lines if I just have a rectangle to cut from. I might need to cut them down afterwards to see how they fit. One, oh, that's a big one right there. That's not going to fit very many. I might need to cut these smaller. Okay, and now I'm going to twist that in, cap on, turn it over, rub those teeth in. Ooh. All right, the final step, if you want to have a crown or a hat or a bow tie or a little lunchbox or backpack, anything you can think of that you want to add little detail, you can look in the scrap bin of color papers. Pick one that you want to use. I think pink would look good against this green. Maybe this time I'm going to add a bow. You could draw it onto your paper first. I'm just going to try to go for it. And then I can add some oil pastel details inside of my bow if I want to. All right, and I think I am now done with my monster. Roar. Have fun.